Welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. Today, we're gonna jump in and do another Forza Horizon 5 car build. If you're new to the channel, over the past couple of days, I've already posted a bunch of videos on Forza Horizon 5, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming ones. Today, though, we're jumping into what very well might be one of the fastest drag cars in Forza Horizon 5. A vehicle I never really expected to see in this game. That is this, the Lotus Evija. At least I think that's how it's pronounced. I always thought the name was a play on EV. Since this car is an all-electric hypercar, I always thought it was like Evija, but apparently Evija. Anyways, though, if you've never heard of this thing, it is a 2,000 horsepower Lotus. Now, here's the thing with the Lotus Evija that's absolutely mind-blowing. This is the first lightweight electric hypercar. You know, Lotus loves to build lightweight cars like this, the Lotus Exige. That's 2,500 pounds. The Lotus Elise, this is 1,500 pounds. So when you compare it to the Evija, this is 3,700 pounds, which doesn't sound that light until, let's just say, you head over to a car like the Rimac, another electric hypercar. This is 4,300 pounds. Or maybe something a little bit more normal, the Porsche Taycan Turbo, that is over 5,000 pounds. Batteries weigh a whole bunch, and Lotus has worked out a way to make them as light as possible to build the Evija. Anyways, as per usual, we'll jump into some Forza Horizon 5 customization with this thing in a moment. Right out of the gates, though, we gotta drive this thing bone stock. So Lotus Evija, foot on brake and rev it up. Yeah, it's an all-electric car. It doesn't actually make a noise. But I think we should take it over to the drag strip in FH5 right away, because I kind of want to see how fast we can hit that speed trap at the other end. For reference, anything over 200 miles an hour is usually pretty good. So let's rev up the Evija, and in 3, 2, 1, and away we go, Lotus Evija. So I've obviously got no gears to mess around with or anything like that. It just goes. So that's 200 miles an hour. That's 221 miles an hour. You know how Tesla likes to focus on the 0 to 60 times? The 0 to 60 time for this isn't actually that impressive. That 120 to 200 mile an hour time is mind-blowing. And then it just maxes out at 221 and just sits there. Nice front flip. That's unbelievable. Let's take you all the way down to the Emerald Circuit, give you a race, and see how well you can handle the corners. One thing I do find a little bit disappointing about this vehicle is I can't actually control that rear wing and make it go up and down like I can with the AMG Project 1. It's just up or down depending on what speed you're doing. I don't know if that's a glitch just because I'm in the preview period still and this isn't the full game just yet. Who knows if that'll be fixed in the future? We will have to see. Difficulty for this thing, it's on Pro. We're not going to use Unbeatable because that seems to be glitched and the AI is actually unbeatable. So we'll try Pro. So Lotus Evija, as per usual, this wouldn't be an AR12 video without any fun facts about this thing being extremely slow off the line. Anyways, this is another one of those hypercars that's kind of a collaboration between an existing car company and a Formula 1 team. The other day, we checked out the Aston Martin Valhalla, which is a concept car built between Aston Martin and Red Bull Racing, the Formula 1 team. The Lotus Evija, this is built between Lotus, obviously, and Williams Racing. The Lotus Evija is an all-wheel drive, all-electric hypercar. It actually has 4 engines, 1 for each wheel, and based off that first lap, I think I can already tell you those engines are definitely rear biased, so giving way more horsepower to the rear wheels than the front because I am slipping around more than I thought I would. Unlike some other hypercars, this doesn't have a massive front splitter. or an enormous rear wing and things like that. It's got a rear wing, but it's nothing kind of crazy. And that's because it uses those massive tunnels. Hold on, open up photo mode and I can show these a bit better. Through there is an actual hole. These massive holes on either side produce so much downforce with that rear diffuser to apparently make it go around corners super quickly. However, I'm not finding that to be the case. I don't know if it's the tires or if it's the downforce, but you can see what I mean. Coming out of every single corner, those wheels are spinning up. I mean, I get that it's a 2,000 horsepower car, but still, it still freaks me out how this thing is totally silent and unbelievably quick. Maybe not so quick in the corners. I'll take 7th place, but let's go back to the festival now and do a little bit of customization and see if we can make the Evija maybe a little bit better. So right off the bat, we have no engine swaps or drivetrain swaps for this. So if you wanted to toss in a petrol engine, no, you can't. You cannot even make it rear wheel drive. I guess that makes sense considering it's got 4 engines in it. Anyways, though, in terms of the aerodynamic stuff, we can toss a big old front splitter on there. That instantly pushes us up to X class. Yeah, look at that handling. A 7.8 out of 10. That's not so great. Anyway, so let's toss that front splitter on. That's gonna help. And even a big old rear wing. I know it might not look the best, but trust me, that is gonna make us go so much faster through the corner. And then I'm wondering what tire compound we're on. So wait, what? Are we on racing slicks? I guess so, or semi slicks. I think so, because we can toss on Horizon semi slicks. We can toss on slick tires, which I think we're gonna have to do with this thing. Drift tires, rally tires, off-road race, drag tires, and even snow tires. I mean, I'm not sure why you'd want to toss snow tires on this, but you can. I'm gonna toss these slick tires on, so we're gonna have to say no more off-roading with this thing. Let's also get some new wheels on. I love the new rotiform wheels in this game, so let's see if I can find some nice ones that fit. I really like these ones. These ones look so good. No way. We've even got wheel spacers. Sorry, engine spacers on the vehicle, both front and rear. Fixes up that fitment and just makes it a little bit more aggressive. That's awesome. After that, the drivetrain. We've only got one thing. We can only mess with our race differential. For now, we're gonna toss on the race diff. We'll come back in a moment, do some other builds with this and mess around with the other stuff. In terms of our suspension, we could toss on rally or drift suspension. Okay, I like that. Literally, we've only spent 27,000 credits, but now we are X class. We're actually a little bit heavier because of our bigger wheels, but hopefully those bigger wheels will make us go a little bit quicker. This tuning menu is gonna make or break the Lotus Evija. So I'm gonna tune that tire pressure down a little bit so I can get some more grip. Yes! Yes! We can tune the gears. Wait, top speed, 280 miles an hour. How fast do you think this can go? I'm gonna need to test the top. We're gonna do a top speed test first, okay? Change of plan. We are no longer building a race car. I totally thought this car would be the exact same as the Rimac, where you cannot mess around with the gear ratios at all. That is so awesome to see, though. Okay, I'm gonna toss a little bit of a top speed tune on here, and then we gotta rip the highway and see what this can do. How quick are you gonna be? We've got extremely long gears now, so we're gonna be super slow off the line. But we'll see if that 2,000 horsepower can really result in some better top speed. We are running an extremely slippery setup on the Lotus Evija. There's 250, 260, 270 miles an hour. Make that 280 miles an hour with the Lotus Evija. 281 as we start to go down the big hill. 283, 284, touch 285. I think it did. I panicked. I don't know if it's gonna do it, but this thing is absolutely rapid out here. 284, dodge more traffic, keep going. Come on, please, please. I crashed so hard, I disconnected my controller. What an absolute monster the Lotus Evija is. I'll help you out, buddy. There you go. You're welcome. You're welcome. Anyways, Lotus Evija, let's go back into the festival. Let's toss that big old rear wing and the front splitter back onto this car. And then we can see what it can do around a racetrack. Race number 2, it's got bright orange, red glowing brakes. That's so sick. X-Class. Okay. So you know what? I'm not really feeling that confident with the Lotus Evija, especially after that first race. So let's see what we can do. Same difficulty. We're still on Pro. We've got sort of kind of better gears, better tuning, and all sorts of that. I mean, I have dropped all the way down to last place, but, you know, hopefully we can actually overtake some people. I didn't toss this big old rear wing on for no reason. You've got to send it in the corners. There we go. Straight up the inside. Yeah, that acceleration is insane. I think the AI is still definitely quicker in the corners than I am. Even though we're a lightweight hypercar, for a hypercar, we're kind of on the heavy side still. Also, I think once again, we are definitely getting some cheaty AI as I saw that Koenigsegg pull away from me. Yeah, there is no way that Koenigsegg would pull away from a Lotus Evija like that on a straight. It's not happening. He's pulling. Okay, so the AI is just genuinely cheating against me. So you really can't compare the pace of this car against the AI in this particular build because the AI are just, they kind of cheat. I think in a normal world, the Lotus Evija would be an unbelievably quick car because of that insane acceleration. It's definitely a little bit slow in the corners, that is for sure. But that acceleration from 120 to 200 is scary. Anyways, we'll take that one across the line. Lotus Evija. I'm not going to be too disappointed with that because the AI is cheating. P7 again. I think we should instead go do some PR stunts. Where do we have some PR stunts that I could nail? I could definitely do this one. I can 100% hit 230 miles an hour. That's for sure. And then we can come in here and smash this speed zone score. Our personal best there is 150. We are going to destroy that. 3-star all of my PR stunts. So, mission number 1, 230 miles an hour. I think we just got that one. While we're on the way to the danger sign, let's smash out this speed zone. Oh, it's definitely understeery. It's definitely not very good off-road. If you start getting these Horizon slick tires in the dirt, it gets very sketchy very quickly. That is another new personal best, though. Let's go. Get on the power. There's 150 miles an hour. Make that 200 miles an hour. 230, and we're maxed at 240 miles an hour. This isn't our top speed tune, but I still think we should be able to fly. So let's go, Evija. Oh, my God. Oh my God, it does fly. Oh, it really does fly.
Bad luck. We're looking for spectacular flights and safe landings, not the other way around.
The Evija decided to go to the moon, and I don't know why. Anyways, let's go back to the festival and do one more round of customization. So Lotus Evija, in Forza Horizon 5's preview build, you might not be that quick because, let's be honest, the AI cheats. So if we can't make you into a race car, why don't we make you into a drift car the same way we did for the Aston Martin Valhalla? So say goodbye to those super grippy slick tires and hello to drift tires. That's awesome. Let's also thin up our tires a little bit just so they're not as fat, so we have a little bit less grip while drifting around. I think that'll be good. Let's also come to our drivetrain and toss on a drift diff. And then last but not least, let's also get some drift suspension on, which gives us some very nice camber, and that is going to allow us to slide. And then because we're all-wheel drive, this is going to be our diff for right now. Maybe let's put it a little bit more to the middle. That way we could pull bigger angles. So drifting, power sliding, all sort of the same thing. We're just gonna go sideways. Why don't we head all the way over to the stadium and then maybe head out to the coast? I think that could be fun. So here we go, Evija. I have a feeling I'm gonna need to do a little bit more tuning to this because it's not built to drift. So I think I'm gonna need to give it even less grip. Although it's got 2,000 horsepower, it doesn't really want to spin up its wheels. So I'm gonna just change some things quickly. That should be 1,000 times better to skid around now, shooting massive amounts of tire smoke out of the back of this thing. That's so sick. A proper hypercar drift car. Let's go. That's a four-wheel drift. Wow. Wow. I am noticing one slight flaw with the Lotus Evija, and that's because I'm so used to downshifting and shifting through my gears while drifting. I keep putting the car in reverse by mistake. I mean, putting the car into reverse means you can do some cool things, but I don't know if I want to do that right now. How fast can the Lotus Evija do in reverse? Well, that's disappointing, Lotus. I thought you would max out at like 1,000,000. Anyways, Lotus Evija, into the stadium we go, and welcome to Car Soccer. Spoiler alert, earlier today, actually, I had a meeting with some of the guys at Playground Games, the developers for Forza Horizon 5, and they were able to answer some of our questions. And now they didn't say it specifically, but they did confirm that the map can change and evolve over time with things going on in the real world. So say, for example, it's Christmas, they could toss a massive Christmas tree into the middle of the stadium. Did somebody say World Cup and putting some... that's not supposed to happen. Did somebody say World Cup, though, and chucking in some soccer nets over... football nets over here? Now let's head all the way over to the coast, the tiny little town on the eastern side of Mexico. I'm actually loving how, like, stunt-inspired the Lotus Evija is. Like, you can properly come in here and just... I found a new area I want to check out. Why did I not think of this earlier? Hello? I was just talking about doing stuff. Can I come under here? Well, that's disappointing. I could have fit. So this is going to be one of the Horizon festivals that will open up as you go throughout the game. I don't know exactly how it works. I really hope you can actually end up drifting all throughout this parking lot and stuff. I can't wait to see all of the drift zones scattered around this map. Like, I've been drifting down some very solid roads the past few minutes. This is kind of insane how good these roads are for drifting. You know what? Maybe instead of a 360, I should try to push it even harder. Go for 1, go for 2, back reverse, back forwards. Hello, we're still going. And now we finally arrived at the new town that I have never been to before. I have no idea my way around here. I don't know if I'm looking for anything specific. You know what could be cool to find? Where's that big, like, mural on the wall? There was a mural. Wait. Yes, I know where I am. You come down here and you take a right. Nope, I have no idea where I am, as it turns out. Never mind, I am stupid. It was right behind me. There it is. That is so cool to find out in the open world. That's awesome. Being able to take the Lotus Evija and just chuck it into whatever corner you want to and have it just stick is so much fun. That is where we're gonna wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, subscribe for more Forza Horizon 5 gameplay, and let me know in the comments down below what else you want to see me do in this game, and I'll do my best to make it happen. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye!